guys and girls, welcome back to Madworks Garage on this lovely bright day, although it's very windy and pretty damn cold. Anyway, we've got Eugene back on the ramp this morning after our test drive in the last video. Showed up a few quirks, a few things wrong. So I went up to the military show up at Stoney Park on Sunday, saw some nice people up there and got everything I needed to put in right. Sorry about the flashy light, it's got a mind of its own, goes on and off all day. And in the corner of your screen you might just notice a sort of like pinky tinge to the floor. Well, that's because the floor is now pink. We had a lot of floor paint, all different colours, so we mixed it all together to get enough to do the floor for now, and it turned out a dusky pink. I'm in touch with my feminine side. Am I bothered? Not really, because it's going to get dirty pretty fast. But anyway, that's why we got a pink floor. Anyway, what we got for the show? When we done the rear brakes and took the hubs off and everything else, we realised that the driver's side, if you like, in American, rear hub bearing was a little bit, wasn't knackered, but it was quite sort of like lumpy. So anyway, I went and bought a new set of bearings for that hub, which are there. So we got those. One of the things that we noticed as we were driving the Jeep was the fact that the speedo was chirping like some bird with Tourette's. No offence to anyone who's got Tourette's, mind. And driving us absolutely crazy as we're going on the road. So I saw Joe's Motor Pool at the show and bought ourselves a nice new speedo to go in place of the old one. The only trouble is, because it's nice and new, it shows all the rest up. So before I fit this, I'm going to probably take all the clocks out, refurbish the ones that are still okay, and then redo the dashboard before putting them back in. Needs doing anyway because there's a lot of blue paint showing through. So anyway, that's the speedo. Whilst I was there, Jeep Parts UK, I saw them and got myself a nice carburettor kit to rebuild my carb. Now, there isn't anything wrong with my carburettor, and you know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. Now, but the only thing is, a couple of times it has been over fueling slightly, so I think the actual main pin, or whatever you want to call it, the long brass pin in the car is slightly worn. Anyway, this comes with everything. In fact, I've never seen so many bits to a carburettor. But anyway, so that'd be a nice job for a rainy day on the kitchen table in the house, rebuild the car. So that's that. I did get a couple of cans of drab green, but it's the British drab green, because the more I talk to people, the more we seem to realise this Jeep was probably a British Jeep assigned to the British Army. It's all a bit sketchy still, but we're trying to get you know, like all that information, and as we do, I'll obviously keep you informed. But I got that paint to redo the dashboard. And also the rims, because the rims, I mean, there ain't enough paint there, but because the rims are pretty bad, you know, rusted in some places, I'm gonna have to repaint the rims. I think at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to repaint the whole Jeep eventually, but you know, I'm just trying to get it all as good as I can get it without doing like everything to it. Other thing I got was a mirror head for the other side, because it's got a different type. I might want to match that one, although it's a slightly different green. It doesn't really matter. And this one's got Ford script on it. Well, not script, Ford on it. I don't know whether you can see that or not, but it's on there anyway, the little thingy. So that's going to go on. And the other thing was, this shopping tour on this side, I went over a bump on it, and it bounced for about half an hour. So I've got a feeling that shop's completely shocked, knackered. So 2 new shocks for the front. I'm going to get them changed over as well. So jobs for today, as far as I can get, shock absorbers on the front, mirror head and rear wheel bearing, and we'll see how we go. With any luck we'll be alright. Oh, something else I picked up was a front bumper. I got this off a bloke from eBay, paid a lot of money for it, £26. But it's an original one, whereas the one on Eugene I think is a piece of RSJ. It's a huge bit of metal, been made to fit. And to be honest with you, it's a damn sight stronger than this, but it's not an original part. So I thought, well, if I get this, then I can put my wood insert in the back and put this on, and you know, probably won't look any different. But what the hell, I like it. So I'll put that over there for now, and if I get around to it, I'll do it at some point, maybe. In the meantime, it can look pretty over there. Okay, so we'll have a go then, get these front wheels off, and get these shock absorbers off and change them over. Should be a long job, but you know, see how we go. Never done it before, so learning curve yet again. Anyway, off we go. Right, what we've got then is the shock absorber off, and as you can see, it's as wet as you like, and it's not doing anything at all. It's what you call as completely knackered. Yes. Anyway, so there's the problem. Now we've just got to change it for a new one. And as I used to say in Blue Peter, which is an old program here, a kids program from years ago, here's one I prepared earlier. So let's whip this out and have a look. Oh, that's better. Oh, Jesus. That one works. Yeah, that one works. Right, let's have a look. Go compare. It's a bit thinner. Hopefully that doesn't make any difference. Let's check that. No, it's definitely a front one, which is good news. So what we're going to do is get this fitted. I need a couple of new split pins. It wants a bit of a wire brush up first, maybe a bit of grease on it. That's right, right. Right, got the new shock on in place. Just got to put the pins in. Just a tip: if you ever do this like this, don't whack your head on the bumper like I just did, because God, it hurts. So put something over it. Oh, I feel like being punched in the head. God. So yeah, you probably just pick that out in high plats if you're quick, but I just went like that, to look round and smack. Anyway, so don't do that, because that hurts. Right guys, so there's a new shock absorber in place with new split pins and everything else. Oh God, what a simple job. Well, they made them simple, didn't they? They had to. But yeah, nice easy job, apart from twatting my head. Wonderful. Just a quick update on my nipples. I did grease them all the other day. I didn't get it on camera, but it's not that exciting. But just so you know, someone bound to be wondering whether I greased them or not. Well, they're well and truly greased, is my nipples. So job's a good one. All right, so now we put the wheel back on and then do the other side. Right, here we are on the other side. I'm going to do this one in real-time video, just in case anybody doesn't know how to remove the split pin and put one back in again. I had to change these shock absorber. Anyway, we'll do it in real time, a little bit. Whip this wheel. Incidentally, this round, what a great thing. But you can never be too careful with them. You have to keep checking and double checking. When you let there's a lot of traffic going by today for some reason. That's what the noise is. When you're using them, it's always good if you put them back on the floor for any amount of time, just to check the feet again, just to make sure they're still aligned to where you put them. You don't need nasty accidents. I know these Jeeps don't weigh a lot, but you still don't want them falling on your head. Right, wheel off. This shop doesn't look quite as bad as the other side. It's not leaking as much, I don't think, but don't just change one. Change them both. That's what you call well and truly stuck, isn't it? Oh, dear, dear. It's starting to move. God, dear, dear. Pin says no. That is well and truly stuck. Must be the bottom one, the hard one to get to as well. It's going to end up snapping off in a minute. Another implement needed. You can never have too many old screwdrivers knocking about as far as I'm concerned. This one, I made a little tool out of it the other day. You can see it. Maybe you can see it. Can you see it? Because I couldn't get a split pin out in a very awkward position. So I made that out of a screwdriver so I could get in the head of the split pin like that and then whack it up. So let's see if it works this time. I do believe it is working. I think it's just bending the head round and round actually. I think it's moved a little bit. That's solid. I think it is moving very slowly. For that. I thought we were going to be in trouble there for a minute. I had to drill it out and all sorts, but it's fighting me. It's fighting me. Oh, gotcha. There you go, nice little implement of that. It works again. Certainly helped towards the cause anyway. Right. Right, that's that one out. Let's see if we can get her out now. Where's the crowbar? What do you reckon? Been on there since new? Don't know. Don't want to leave home. It's coming. Come on. Come on. A bit more leverage on. There we go. Okay, let's have a look at this. Yeah, leakage again, but not as bad as the other side, but still pretty much knackered. Oh, it does nothing. Nothing at all. Useless. Good call changing these, I believe. I wonder why I had a bit of a jumping steering problem the other day. Cool. Wobber. Rubber. It's got all the bits off. There's a bit of a difference between them. Oh dear. Remember them chest expanders we used to get years ago? No. Used to go like that with them. If you had an airy chest, you get springs caught in it. Pain. But then again, I never had an airy chest, so I was alright. Well, I guess it's painful. Blabbering on. Right. Trouble when you work on your own, isn't it? You end up talking to yourself all the time. It's good when Dave's here. Right, put a little bit of this on, make it slip on and off nicely. Slip on nicely, shall I say. There you go. Because I've bought a lot of old vehicles over the years, 9 times out of 10 when you buy an old vehicle you get bits with it. Whether it be old tools or parts for the vehicle itself, turn this off a minute, or stuff like this. Grease, lovely old tin, you know, obviously pretty much full. Well, I've used quite a bit of it. I used another one the other day, actually I've finished it now, and it just great things, because when you've emptied them you can clean them and then just look at them, because they are lovely tins. They're not making any more of them. It's nice to have these things, isn't it? Around your old vehicles. Right, let's get this on. I think there's a lot of tractors about today. I think there must be planting or something around here. That certainly helps, that little bit of grease, getting it on. Okay, so I need a couple of large split pins. On the other side I fit the split pin and only to realise that I could get a bigger one in the same hole, so I searched for a larger one. I think this is probably the right size. Slip in the hole nicely. You don't want really anything falling off, do you? Wouldn't be great. And one more large split pin. I did have a lot of them. I think Dave nicked them all. Here you go. Right, okay, we've got 2 of those. And where's that socket? I know they've got to be a tight fit, but God are they a pain. Nope. Put the clamp on that because it's just not going to go up tight enough. Push that back rubber in a bit. Super duper. Right there. Not ideal, is it? I'm living in a dream world. When I'm dead, your thoughts go through my head. What a faff. I nearly hurt myself again. That was lucky. Always hurt myself. Tracking my head once today, I'm doing it. Come on. Why are they so tight? Tough that. Try and go from the top, see if it helps. Stop me hitting my head on the wing fender, whatever you want to call it. Are we there yet? Must be just on the edge of that washer. Says no. I have no idea why that can go in there. Let's take it out again. Start again. That hole is there. Should fly through there really. That wobber. Nice new wobber. It's stopping it going on there. Bet you wish I put it on a hyperlapse now. I love the sweet things that you say. Crazy country baby. Once we push the Jeep off the ramp. Great, isn't it? Good entertainment. Flipping heck. So we go for a thinner washer, which isn't the idea. Well, I'm going to push this Jeep off the ramp. Right, steep it for a minute. Try and get the bottom on me. This is just as bad, not harder. I'm crazy about you, baby. That's going to be just as bad, if not worse. Put a bit more grease around that. Do you know what? The road out there has been quiet for days now. And then one day I want to do a video. Every tractor in existence around here comes down that road. Getting nowhere here, boys. Okay, I'm about to start swearing, so what I'm going to do is turn you off and put you on hyperlapse so you don't have to listen to it. Okay. Okay. There we have it. After all that struggling, it's on there. No smaller washers, I managed to get it in the end, but there we are. All fitted and ready to rock and roll. So what we'll do now is whop the wheel back on. And then I suppose I better go around and change that wheel bearing. We'll do the mirror head first, it's here, and then go around and do the wheel bearing. So, exciting stuff. It should be like driving a new one, shouldn't it, after putting them on? Or at least help towards that anyway. The brakes are fantastic, by the way. Brilliant brakes, no worries at all. Drive shaft's fine, there's no nasty noises, no blows on the exhaust, or maybe a tiny one on the joint, but nothing to worry about, it is a Jeep. And yes, it's, the only thing that doesn't work is the handbrake. Now, I've been talking to my mate Al, and he said that people can replace them and that, but they're prone to catch fire or something because of the oil that gets on them, and then if you drive off and forget you've left the handbrake on and whatever, they catch fire. So I think I might just leave it because I'm not going to be parking on many hills, and if I do, I'll just leave in gear. Anyway, there you are. We'll see how we go. Certainly ain't worrying me too much. We'll get the wheel back on. There you. bit of WD-40 on those. Tight. Hold on. There's another tractor. Okay. Right. A bit of pain in that. It's tiny. But hey ho. Right, let's get out of the way and we'll go down. Wipe that off then. That'll be going all over the place. Right. Well, that was going to be stubborn then and get caught up with the candle. Drop me. Washer.
Okay, there's my washer gone.
This is lighter. I think it's actually gone under the ramp. That's good, isn't it? Right, go and find another washer. Good tip for you, don't drop your washer. Got another one now. You're on, washer on. You know, half of it is these gloves, you know, working gloves. Blooming hard work, but it does save your hands. That's better, isn't it? Look at that. Lovely jubbly. You're right. Lovely jubbly, as the old boy would say. Time next year, Rodney. Right, so that's off round the other side. Right guys, so move around this side of the Jeep now and remove the back wheel to change this wheel bearing. Now the reason I'm changing the wheel bearing is because of this. I don't know whether you can see this on the camera, but if I turn it, it's lumpy. You see it sort of jumping? If you can feel it, it's like rumbles. So it's not great, so it needs to be changed. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. Here we go. Right, taking the hub off and changed the bearings. I didn't video it because we had some company here and it's always awkward videoing when company turns up. But new bearing in the back, new bearing in the front, and we're ready to refit the hub. guys, well that was the other day. We done the front shock absorbers, the mirror head on the passenger side, and the driver's side rear wheel bearing. All went particularly well. Job's a good one. Anyway, yesterday, I didn't video it, but yesterday I went for a ride in Eugene on its longest journey yet, which is 16 miles to Hereford, which is a city that's not far from us, and to see my friend Reg, who also owns a Jeep, a World War II Jeep, massive collector of all sorts, really fabulous guy. Went over to see him, and the morning went amazingly well. Eugene performed perfectly, absolutely great. And we left him around lunchtime, and on the way home, he started misfiring. So anyway, we got to this local shop, pulled over. I lifted the bonnet to have a look and see what the misfiring was, and it turned out that not only was it misfiring, but the water pump was leaking water everywhere. So this horrible goo. Anyway, so basically it broke down. So I had to then come home, get my truck and trailer, go back and retrieve him from Hereford. Not too much of a big deal, never is, but just a bit of a pain. Anyway, my good friend Reg gave me a new water pump he had, spare for his Jeep, and so I'm just waiting for a condenser, because I think it's the condenser that made the misfiring. So that should be here next week. So the next video will be changing the water pump, obviously flushing the engine again, because I did notice in the engine it was quite rusty, so there was obviously some rust I missed being used a little bit. It was obviously loosened up some more gunk, so I'll flush the engine and then replace the antifreeze with blue, and do the condenser, and hopefully we'll be all back to normal again and back where we started. Something else I did notice when I was driving him yesterday was at certain speeds the front wheel driver side likes to bounce a little bit. I thought it was shock absorbers, that's why I changed them, and they needed doing anyway. But it's obviously the wheel balancing or slightly out of shape tyre maybe, since it's been in storage for all those years. It's possible that one of the tyres are out of shape. So what I'm going to do as well is swap the wheel round to the back, put the one on the back on the front, and see if that helps it. Other than that, he's brilliant. Really pleased the way things are going with him. All these things are just going to happen because of the time he's been stood. So, you know, it's better he does it locally than when we're out at a show or you know, in Normandy or wherever we're going with it this year. I will be taking him to Normandy in June with my dad, who's a veteran, and taking him out there to go over the footsteps of my grandfather that was at D-Day as well. So that would be interesting videos and a really interesting time for us, and great for my dad. Anyway, so there you are, that's it for now, and I hope you enjoyed that little video, and sorry it's took so long, it's a couple of weeks since the last one, but with other things going on, flooding and all the other stuff we got going on here at the moment, it's all a little bit, you know, on the back burner, if you know what I mean. But anyway, there you go, thanks for watching, please spread the word, like and subscribe if you haven't done already, and hit the little bell, and you'll get notification then of our next video. Ta-ta for now.